Dear ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me to show you the product highlights we just launched in 2020. This is the iCombi Pro, the successor of the Self-Cooking Center, launched in May 2020, and the iVario Pro, the successor of the Vario Cooking Center, launched in June 2020. So the highlights with these new product innovations are for the iCombi Pro, the so-called iCooking Suite, meaning that you can choose different cooking options in your cooking path so that you can choose between as fast as possible, as energy efficient as possible, or just that you can set a time when the different food items should be done. And on the other hand, it's the intermediate cleaning functionality so that you can clean within 12 minutes your unit and then use it again immediately. So this is increasing your capacity as well in terms of more usable time. And on the other hand, for the iVario Pro, the highlight is the so-called iZone control, means that you can choose up to 6 different zones in your on the bottom of the container in order to cook different things at the same time. So also a restaurant customer can use it in a very efficient way when he has to cook smaller amounts of food. And another thing that's very important for the iVario Pro is that we now can change the height of the unit so that in terms of ergonomic working, this is an improvement so that tall guys, whereas not so tall guys, everybody can use the unit on exactly the height where he needs in order to work in an ergonomic way. But of course, I cannot tell you as good as our chefs can. And so we are happy now that we can show you a movie that we made for our Capital Markets Day in 2020, and where we showed all the things, and the guys can do this the very best. And now enjoy the video, and if you have any questions, come back to us.
A very warm welcome from our side as well. So Gaurav over here, my colleague. Hi Gaurav.
Hello.
Nice to be with you today over here. And myself, Sasha, we would like to guide you through the next, let's say, half an hour, 35 minutes of cooking. And let's be honest, too nice presentation, but when it comes to rational, it's all about cooking in the end. So that's what we're going to show. We're going to prove how our cooking systems work. And before we start, I just got a printout of a question. So there was one question. Now that we are in lockdown again, how is it possible to reach customers? I think that was already answered by Björn very nicely. So you really could see what we've done to reach customers, to reach out, to help, and even to train, even if you can be physical at a customer's location. So just to encourage you, whenever you have a question about cooking or whatsoever, just type in the questions in the chat function. We are really happy to answer those questions just while we are cooking, or even later, right?
I would say that.
So, let's start. Unfortunately, it's not about Gaurav today. It's not about me. But it's about cooking systems. And if we talk about cooking systems, then we talk about how you can really perfectly use modern technology in today's world in the kitchen. And just do me a favor, just step aside. I do as well.
Maintain the distance.
And we, of course, maintain the distance. But the most important part, there's the new iCombi Pro and the new iVario Pro. 2 cooking systems that we would like to introduce to you today. And want to start?
Yeah, I think you have something inside. Maybe you can take it out and show what it is.
I have something cooking. So you can see low temperature cooking. Low temperature cooking means that we can use actually the cooking time in the morning, maybe when there's not that much going on in the kitchen, or even overnight. Usually chefs do not work overnight. That's the only time sometimes. But you can use this time even there to produce food, right? So let's have a look what the iCombi Pro holds for us. So what I did is I did beef short ribs over here. And of course, I could do a full load of this product if I want to. Now, in terms of sustainability and so on, we really try to maintain the use of food for demonstration. So we only, we only cook that amount of food that we really use up, right? So that was our motto today as well. I cooked it on 58 degrees core temperature for a very long time. So it's already in with some in between, like for 8-9 hours now. That cooks the meat perfectly tender, and even cuts that you have that might be a little bit tough usually, if you do it that way, not a problem at all, perfectly tender. So enough talking, just take it out.
It looks quite good.
Oh yeah, of course it does. So it's exactly how you would like to have a beef short rib. And the thing is, what you would like to have, and now we are completely chefs, right? It's not only about cooking, Gaurav, in the kitchen.
It's about a lot of other things as well.
About money sometimes as well. So we don't really like to talk about that too much, but it's important. So what you would like to have is that you do not have that much weight loss on products. With overnight cooking, that works perfectly. So what I'm going to do is, I just cut this open and just let's have a look at that. And just, Gaurav, just have a look at this result over here. That is just beautiful.
With your level of cooking skill.
I know. It's not really that good usually. But, you know, the thing is, even with the iCombi Pro, I can do it. So you see, perfectly tender. It's really juicy. Really can see that. It's nice pink inside. And what I'm going to do is, I will keep that on the side. Usually I could cool that just down in the restaurant and then use it later for my a la carte. And that is a keyword I would say, because later, Gaurav, I would like to show you how I can work a la carte with the iCombi Pro. Really easy.
But I would also like to show you something.
Okay, then you go ahead first. I take care of that stuff. And Gaurav, please go on.
Perfect. So welcome from my side as well. I would like to show you today iVario Pro live in action. Now, when we talk about the iVario Pro, it is the most multifunctional kitchen equipment which is available in the market today. And I would like to show you the highlights of the iVario Pro. iVario Pro is equipped with real intelligence. And to start with, I would like to show you the unique feature, iZone Control. And you know what is that?
You will tell me.
I can divide my cooking zone in the iVario Pro in different temperatures. So to show you that, I've got a small dish. I'm going to do some breakfast muffins with some fried eggs.
Perfect.
And I need to fry those eggs. What I do is maintain the distance.
Of course.
Yeah. So what I do is I will just select the iZone Control feature and I will divide my iVario Pro into 3 different zones.
Okay.
And let's say I just need to pan fry 1 single egg. What I do is I simply select my fried egg settings, drag and drop on the level where I want to.
And now it's preheating.
Now it's preheating.
So I can put my hand in here and it's really cold, right? So Gaurav, I worked in the kitchen for some time, so I would say now I have good 20 minutes time, right, to get my stuff done, or we get for coffee or something.
No. It's not like your everyday work that you can just put something and then you just have to hurry up, because this baby preheats under 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
That's crazy.
And then you see we are already at.
We had 33%.
So
just,
seconds.
Of course, now not kidding, but that is one of the major things, right? Like usually if you come in the kitchen, if you would like to cook something, you have to preheat. Yeah, the regular workflow in the kitchen is you come in the morning, one hand is the coffee, the other one is like turning on equipment. So because it takes some time to preheat, if I look at that now, and that is just amazing, it's already at 67%. That means I can almost start, right? So a couple of seconds to go.
Couple of seconds to go, and then it'll going to give me a signal when and I can load my eggs to be fried, and then it'll also tell me when I can take the eggs out of the iVario Pro. So have a look at that. And the interesting thing is that the other zone is totally cold.
Really?
Have a look. It's totally cold.
So, and over here now it's better not touching, but over there it's cold. So that means really we can just heat zones, so we can separate. That is good for the energy management, but of course I can do completely different products with different sensitivities on different areas. This is just something completely new on the market, and that is something where the iVario Pro is really a pro. And that was already the signal. And just please remember, just a second, Gaurav, just remember, I just put my hand into the cold pan and now it's already preheated.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put the eggs inside, starts to fry.
Just start to fry the egg. Great.
And then tell, yeah, I have loaded the eggs. But the interesting thing is that I put eggs over here and then you see nothing is happening.
Totally cold. Usually, really the egg, you would see that it's already start to get cloudy, right? Like if the heat transfer would be in another zone.
Okay, so very quickly what I do is...
Yeah, stop talking, I know what you said.
Yeah. So I will just take the settings of the fried egg, put on this zone, and then if you come close, I will just give you a little bit of space. So if you come close and then you can see that as soon as this zone will heat up, you will see the color of the egg will start to change.
So it means like what we would like to demonstrate you is like how fast the preheating process goes. Usually, like I said, traditional kitchen, traditional equipment, it can be easy 20 minutes or something until you really preheat a tilting pan. But and just have a look at it right now. You see the egg now starts to get cloudy. So in 2.5 minutes or something, you're already ready to go. Of course, it's just for demonstration purpose. We just would like to demonstrate you with the egg how fast the iVario Pro preheats the pan. So that is really impressive.
So while you were talking, what I have done, because I would like to show you the real intelligence of the iVario Pro.
Yeah.
So I would like to show you another breakfast item, the pancakes.
Okay.
And then I will show you how you can use the intelligence of the iVario Pro to make the pancakes and how iVario Pro will guide you when you have to turn the pancakes as well. So like I said, the preheating happens very quickly.
But you know what? I really like some muffins with my eggs usually as well.
Yeah, perfect. So let's have a look. So
it's good to have protein, you know, but it's good to have some starch as well sometimes.
Yeah.
So let's go for that as well.
So I've got the muffins as well.
Great.
Anyways, we will also need to...
I give you your time. I just would like to point out that I'm ready with preheating as well, but just go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So just coming back on the right hand side, you see that, just a second over here, and then you see the time. I have my, for the eggs. And as soon as the time is finished, I will just flip them over because we are going to make a nice sandwich. At least you can do that, just putting the sandwich together.
Get some stuff ready here.
So, have a look over here.
Perfect. You know, and it's actually, it does not stick on the pan base.
So,
nice. So just like, this is for breakfast now. You can run your breakfast operation, but if you want, you could even use it for a la carte, for doing a different kind of food for smaller portions and so on. So very easy with iZone control over here with the iVario.
Yeah, and on the other side.
But you promised something like pancakes.
Yeah, on the other side, just to show you that the iVario Pro is also ready for the pancake batter as well.
So I see that you just use a little bit fat, just like for kind of wiping out the pan base.
Exactly.
And that's it, right?
And then you don't need any more fat at all.
Great. So pancakes, that's one of my favorites, I have to say.
So
nice.
All you have to do is to just simply select that the pancake batter is already inside. And then iVario Pro will tell me what time I need to flip my pancakes. And I've got just the right job for you.
Great.
Close by, when you do your egg muffins, you can also plate the pancakes. I've got some mascarpone cream, some berries.
I'm not busy right now. You know, the iCombi Pro is just waiting, so...
Yeah. And then within 30 seconds, your egg muffins would be ready.
So just for you, maybe just to get a little bit more into the understanding of the kitchen, why that is so important. It's just like all about flexibility and efficiency. So that means if you work like that, even people maybe not have a fully trained chef's license or something like that, they are able to run the iVario Pro for a la carte, for breakfast, for whatever, very, very easily, because it's always monitored and checked for you. And as soon as something is done, the iVario Pro gives you a signal and you can take some actions. So perfect.
So you tell me when you're ready.
I'm always ready. So, we would like to have some nice breakfast muffin over here, so some avocados. You will be able to see that, of course, on the screen as well.
Over here.
Just beautiful.
Perfect. And I can turn the pancakes as well.
Put that on here. Okay, so like we're talking about healthy breakfast, but still yet delicious, right? So I'm gonna put that already over here. You can have a look how it looks like actually plated. So we will all the food we will put up over there so you can have a look at it, how it will look like. So let's go for the next product. I guess, Gaurav, that will be the pancakes, right?
Yeah, that will be pancake coming out in 26 seconds.
And they really, really look great right now.
Yeah, they look perfect.
So we're gonna take those ones out as well.
And then I'll take the pancake out, quickly clean the iVario Pro because I would like to show you one more interesting thing about the iVario Pro.
Yeah, perfect.
So
let's go at 1 second. Usually you're not really waiting, standing in front there, right? But you, in the kitchen, you can just run away or walk away if you want to, and there will be the signal for you just for the pancakes that you can take them out. And then, of course, you can put in the next one as well. So Björn, you look like you have a question.
Yes, I have, guys. So there's a question about how recipes are available in Connected Cooking, how they're used, and who is writing those recipes. I think that's 3 questions in one.
Yeah, of course, 3 questions in one. So, first of all, Connected Cooking is available for all of our customers. They just have to register and they can log in right away. They can just search for recipes on all country levels from all the countries if they want to. They can download the recipes and who is putting them in. The good thing is they're very good teams that we have. The one team, our customer base. So they put in recipes, their favorite recipes, how to work with the iCombi Pro and the iVario Pro. And of course, we like to cook as well. We put some recipes in as well. So like Connected Cooking, if you would like to have a look at it, www.connectedcooking.com. You just can log in if you want to. So Gaurav, now I miss what you're doing over there with the cleaning. I know you're sneaking behind my back.
So I just cleaned it because I knew that you were not fast enough.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to finish off with your pancakes. So
Of course,
I'll quickly clean the iVario Pro. And the cleaning in the iVario Pro, let me tell you, happens just under 2 minutes. So what I did, I just put a little bit of soap solution and I'm rinsing it off with water. And I'll just tilt the pan of the iVario Pro so that all this water can go out. Just one last rinse before I pat dry with a cloth.
So just talking about not getting ready over here, my pancake stack is ready for...
And my iVario Pro is already clean.
For having a nice bite. So just have a look at this pancake stack.
But
it's just beautiful. You know, really nice, fluffy pancakes. Some fruits, of course, you know, we always have to make sure that we have enough vitamins and some very light mascarpone cream. So you can go for a perfect breakfast set over there.
You're not allowed to have that.
No, right now not. So, but maybe later, maybe later.
So, talking about the iVario Pro. Like I said, iVario Pro is the multifunctional kitchen equipment. You can do pan frying, deep fat frying, and boiling in the iVario Pro.
Okay.
The 2 dishes what we have shown you are the typical a la carte dishes, you know, small portions. But iVario Pro is perfect for your preparations and your mise en place. And I would like to show you a dish which can communicate to you that how you can use iVario Pro for your preparation. So I'm going to do a pad thai, which is Thai style noodle, a vegan version, where I have to boil my rice noodle. I need to boil them very carefully, not over, not under, because rice noodles are very tricky.
Yeah.
And then I need to pan fry the vegetables at a higher temperature.
So it means like you need 2 things, right? We need the pasta, the noodles, and we need the actual pad thai, like the vegetables, right?
Exactly.
So at the same time.
So I will start on the right hand side and I would like to boil the noodles. All I need to do is to press the yellow chef hat.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Go on the settings, and I use the settings of boiled pasta or boiled noodles, the same
Okay.
setting. And then you see the interesting thing is that what is happening right now, it starts to fill with water automatically.
Yeah, right.
I just need to give in the time. Pad Thai need 3 minutes
Okay.
to boil.
Because they're soaked before, right? The noodles
Exactly.
are already soaked. So, and then you just cook them off.
Exactly. And the interesting thing over here is that
That's really amazing, right? So you don't have to get water in. You know, you don't need a bucket or a pot or something just to fill in water. Just all goes fully automatically. And you could see when Gaurav was cleaning the iVario Pro that even removing the water is very easy. You just tilt the pan, open the valve, and that's it. It's gone. You know, so very safe when it comes to working.
exactly. So it is now filling up with the water, and then it is going to give me a signal when I can load the Pad Thai inside.
Okay, perfect.
And what I would say is that we will leave it on here, and then let's see what you have got. I will.
How long? 20
long do you
minutes.
think?
Now maybe 20 minutes.
And
You know,
no,
let's come.
I would say under 8 minutes. Look at your watches. Under 8
Under
minutes.
8 minutes. So
the
it's really
water
like
will boil.
preheating the water for pasta in a very, very short time. It's like we will prove if that's right or not. So we will have an eye on Gaurav on that one. So Gaurav, can I go ahead
You can go ahead.
if you're fine? So what you can see over here now is an a la carte situation. What I would like to do now is just pretend that we are in an a la carte business, just cooking beautiful food. And this is all about consistency, because the customer coming in today, they would like to have the same great quality like they had or like they will have then in a couple of days. So it's like it needs to be consistent. It needs to be always the same. And there, the iProduction Manager helps you. It's preheated, it's waiting, and you could see over here I have my levels, like over here, and I have my cart. Fish and chips, burger, halloumi, crumble, and the short ribs that we just took out from the low temperature cooking. So, Gaurav, that is all that I have to do right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the easy thing is I just can now start loading those products. So, open the door. Can see the air wheels just stopped, right? So there's no danger that I burn myself something because of the hot air. And now I just put in vegetables. Would like to have that nicely grilled. Goes in. And usually now in a la carte service, what would happen is I would, of course, now wait until it's done. A la carte is unpredictable. So orders coming in, changed orders coming in, you know, I really have to be flexible. We're a little bit tight on time today, so I will now load all the products at once. But you see, timers is running over here, and now I can, in an a la carte situation, just always put additional stuff in. And I can put a lot of stuff in. So my fish and chips over here, nice fresh cod, and over here the potatoes. So they go in, fish and chips, and very easy. You can see it over here. Just drag and drop, put it on the right level, and that's it. So then let's say I have my burger over here. And today what we're going to do, Gaurav, is we do, of course, a vegan version today of a burger. And just let's close the door there. We can have a look at it, how it looks like. So timers start to run right away. And they monitor and check at any time what's going in the cabinet. So I don't have to work on a grill or something like that. I don't have to monitor, I don't have to check. The iCombi Pro is just holding my bag. But there's more stuff to come. I have the short ribs from the low temperature cooking. They go in because I would like to later to serve them as well. And apple crumble. You know, I have my pancakes over there. Unfortunately, usually I would say the apple crumble is for you then, but I have to eat it as well because you can't. So what a pity. So put it in, close the door, crumble goes in as well on level number 2. And of course, this is a little bit of a made-up situation right now because we are not in an a la carte service. But if I would be, that way it would be very, very easy. Just go up, remember how it was back in the days working a la
pans
carte.
and pots and, you know, shouting chefs. How long?
And believe me, it's not always fun. So just over here, I need a couple of minutes, so Gaurav, I would say you're a little bit tight on time right now because I will come up with some food.
You don't have to worry about that because
Yeah,
I
we'll
have
see.
things under control.
We'll see.
So you see that I'm already at 80% with my water. And what I have done on the left-hand side, I have already started the preheating, and then you know the preheating with the iVario Pro happens really very fast. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to pan fry the vegetables. My iVario Pro is already preheated. I'll just give
Well, that's a nice color on the vegetables. So a lot of
little bit
paprika,
of
onions, garlic,
oil.
ginger.
just spread the oil evenly,
Okay.
and then in goes 2 kilos of vegetables.
And I think now, I don't know if you really can hear it right now. I go a little bit closer with my microphone for a second, so
Yep.
you can hear the sizzling. You can hear like how much power is in the iVario Pro. Just imagine you put in meat. Sometimes what happens if you're cooking meats, right? So water comes out, the temperature drops, not over here.
And now, so the water is already boiling for the noodles. I'll just give my soaked rice noodles inside the iVario Pro, and all I have to do is just to select that yes, start with cooking the noodles, and then the iVario Pro starts to lower the basket automatically.
Again, I think that's a great feature, right?
Yeah. So let's just give me a quick stir to the noodles, to the vegetables. Have a look at that.
And you don't have to be a chef to answer this question. How many times when you cook pasta, they haven't been al dente? It's like if I cook pasta at home, chances are very high that I miss the point where the pasta is perfect. Over here, you put in just the time. The basket is gonna be lifted up. It gives you a signal, so it's just not possible to miss the right point, right? To the cooking point.
Yeah. Stop talking. How's
No
what is
worries.
happening?
I can see over here now, and I can talk now because I have still 1 minute 40 left. So
And I would have a look. 1 minute 40 seconds for my food as well.
okay, so we are a little bit tight, but just the situation, what you see right now, how would it look in a regular restaurant? I would flip from pan to grill, flat top. I would try to make things somehow work, so that we can really serve the product. And Gaurav as well, like he would be probably not even be ready for doing the pasta. So over here, very easy, very convenient, no problem at all when it comes to our a la carte. And it starts to smell just beautiful over here. So
Yeah.
I have 30 seconds left. Do you have anything to say?
No,
Because
I have
30
only 1 minute
seconds.
left, and I've got everything already prepared.
Okay.
And then under 1 minute, my food is going to come out. And I've got at least over here 15 portions of pad thai. 15 portions.
Okay. So we have a quite big team over here, Dr. Stadelmann, Björn. They will be hungry. There are more people in the back, So we will definitely eat all that stuff up today. Nothing is thrown out. I promise you. We are not gonna do that. So what you see now is over here, the halloumi cheese is ready and the vegetables. And just have a look at that. Just take that out. Put that over here. And of course, you will be able to see that as well later on the screen. So first of all, beautiful grill marks over here on the vegetables. So I just put that on the plate. It's exactly the right amount of food over here that we need, and just beautiful colors. I have some leeks, I have some baby corn cobs, and of course I have, and just have a look at that, in that short time I have beautiful grill marks.
That looks really good.
That looks delicious, I would say. So put that on here as well. Nice and soft. Of course, taking the accessory away. And the only thing that I have to do right now is just hit it with a little bit of extra sauce, and that's it. And our next dish is ready. And just have a look at the colors that we just have over there.
I would like to stop you, Sasha, over here because I would like to show you something very interesting. If you have a look at the iVario Pro, just have a look what is happening. The noodles are already boiled, my vegetables are already done, And this automatic lifting is taking out the noodles when the food is already been cooked. And this process saves a lot of human hands going in the kitchen and then makes the kitchen operations much more standardized. You remember when you cook the pasta, somebody has to come, take the pasta out.
Somebody.
And here that somebody is that iVario Pro.
Exactly. And the coloration on here, I have to say, really beautiful. You can really see that we have very nice caramelized vegetables over there. So to really get the flavor into the product, because it's not all about speed and efficiency. At the end of the day, it needs to taste beautiful. So next product is ready, and this is the fish and chips. And I really like fish and chips, Gaurav. What about you?
Yeah, if it's right.
Yeah, please, it is right, of course. So just have a look at this result over here, right? So beautifully browned, and I have that is really, if it's right, you know, so I put it on here.
No, with you, I have to be careful all the time.
I know,
Check your
I know.
seasonings.
We talk later. So I put in the chips, and of course, the fish goes in as well. And I would say that must be a person very hungry. Probably it's me. So I put that in here. Some remoulade sauce goes on top. Of course, the homemade stuff. So, and that's it. And the next dish is ready, fish and chips. So I put that over here. And you can always hear behind me, if the next thing is ready, I get a signal. So it's just not possible that I missed the time until I have to take the product out. So this is now, let's have a look. It's my burger and the short ribs as well. I will take care of those ones in a couple of seconds. So burger, nice brioche bun goes on here. Took that already out. Goes some barbecue sauce. I said what we want to do today is we do a vegan version of a burger. So it's pea protein. We don't mention the brand, of course, but I'm quite sure you know what I'm talking about. So we have that on here. Burger patty, I put some cheese on, so sorry, it's not fully vegan, but it's at least now vegetarian. Look at that, Gaurav.
You, my dear friend, look at here.
Yeah, wait, just let me finish over here first with my burger, you know, so it's now about the burger. So, burger goes over here, perfect setup that we have, and it goes on our demonstration plate as well. So go off now, you can if you want to.
So I've got my pad thai already ready. Just have a look at the vegetables. You know, just the right amount of the caramelization. And if I want, I can do 15 plates of this product at one single point, dish it out, and then I don't have to worry about the quality, because with the iVario Pro, I always have quality in control.
Now, do you hear the sound?
Yeah,
That sounds like a crumble. So, take that one out as well.
you're lucky you have a Combi Pro on your back. Otherwise,
Yeah, you bet.
with your skills, I don't really believe.
You bet. Yeah, so I put some coleslaw on there as well. Whoops, not the complete thing, but like that. Wow. So, the ribs, like I said, in low temperature cooking, we had them. I need to get some space over here right now. Nice coleslaw on it. So that is a perfect snack, maybe a bar snack, or if somebody just needs an appetizer. So just kidding, but you can have it, of course, however you want it. So, Gaurav, I have to really say that looks beautiful. So it's just like the pad thai, just freshly cooked. You see a nice garnish on top. And that was, how many minutes? Maybe like 8 minutes something, right?
No,
Cooking.
3 minutes on both sides, so just under 4 minutes. The pad thai was done with iVario Pro.
Just crazy, so perfect.
And have a look at the pan. Just have a look at the
Oh,
pan.
yeah.
There is no sticking at all happening in the iVario
So
Pro.
it means this whole scrubbing down later, cleaning it and all that stuff.
The cleaning happens really, very, very fast.
Perfect. So, last but not least, our crumble. It's nicely browned. It was only 6 minutes something, so I put that on here right now. That looks nice.
Ah, looks good, I must say.
Thanks, Gaurav.
Wait a second. Great job done.
Yeah. I like you too. So, I have some apple crumble over here. We have the garnish. You know, very easy done, but still a great dish. I put that over here as well. So, do you have a question, or can I just how we're gonna do it? Okay, so let's just finish, you know. The thing is, you could see like how easy it was for Gaurav to clean the iVario Pro. If I need to clean the iCombi Pro later, that goes in lightning speed as well. Right now, you know, when we may be done with that over here, I do some more cooking, so I just leave that rolling over here for a little bit later, because yeah, somebody might be hungry. But at this point, Gaurav, I would like to say thank you.
Oh, yeah, thanks a lot.
It was a pleasure. And like I have to say, it's always fun to work with our cooking system. So thanks a lot for the attention. And I really hope that we could meet in person very soon, somewhere in Landsberg, just really to cook together and to try some food. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot,
Thanks,
guys.
Gaurav.
Have a nice evening.
Two questions.
Two questions.
Yes. So the first question is, what is the average life cycle of an iCombi or iVario in a professional environment? So
forever. So it's like the thing is, you have sometimes kitchens, you know, where you see, like I work now for Rational since 2010, and sometimes I work in a kitchen. There is a logo on the machine, but it's so old I don't even know it. Like the very old models. So the machines are built in a very proper way. The maintenance is very easy, but they usually never really break. So if you're in service, and that is for a chef one of the most important things, Björn, right, is that you have reliable equipment, so it does not break. Don't even get a headache about that.
cool.
Okay.
Second question. So we saw a lot of different culinary skills. We have pancakes, original from US. We have a pad thai. We have short ribs. So I think recipes in connected cooking can be very international.
Of course.
Is there anything else what the iCombi Pro is able to deliver in different culinary regions or
Of
areas?
course. The thing is with the iCombi Pros, like if you want, you can set the iCombi Pro to different languages and different cooking styles. So that means like you can have your primary language, which is for us over here German or English, but then if you want to, you can select a second kitchen. Chinese, whatever it is, you know, Japanese, and that means you can just merge those two kitchens in one system. So if you would like to do samosas from India, you just go in there, do the setting, and it's as easy as I did all the rest of the stuff over here.
Since you watched this company video until the end, I'm guessing you liked the video. And that's probably because we work very hard to create the most engaging and added value content for you. If you're a company and want to find out how we, at Seat11A, can make a company video with and about you, please email us at content@seat11a.com.